Hey guys, what's up? Today's video is going to be about the end of the world. Yes, the end of the world. Well, a lot of people believe in one of two things. Is it going to happen or is it not? Is it just a bunch of hogwash? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I am kind of on the fence. I would love to believe it's not going to happen. Well, today I have some interesting information for you about whether tomorrow is truly going to be the end of the world. As today is the 20th of December, tomorrow being the 21st, aka the end of the world, doomsday, the apocalypse, the cataclysm of the world, I have some information that you might find interesting about if tomorrow really is the end of the world. Number one, we have something called leap year. Just for your knowledge, anyone who's doubting that tomorrow is the end of the world or not, it has been approximately 512 years since Caesar created leap year in 45 BC. Without the extra day, it would already be over halfway through the year 2013. Next is something a little bit more common that more people would end up knowing over leap year, and that would be the time zones. In the time zones, as you know, there's 24 time zones around the world. Well, technically, as of this recording, it is about 5:30 in the evening, which would make, in New Zealand, as an example, gosh man, it would make it, what, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon or in the evening or something on December 22nd, because they're almost a full day ahead of us. And if the end of the world started on December 21st, in all theory, wouldn't the end of the world have already begun? At least in that time zone? The Mayans never stated exactly what time zone you'd be talking about. The only thing that I can think of that I have deduced after a little bit of research is that because the Mayans, now correct me if I'm wrong here, but they lived in the whole civilization lived in the Yucatan Peninsula, and according to their time zone, which is the U.S. Central Time Zone, that is probably approximately when it's going to happen as far as the actual day. That's when the real shit's going to hit the storm if this was going to happen. But because of all this time zone stuff, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think so, because there's a logical part of me that knows this is probably not going to happen. Throughout human history, we have had so many prophecies from like Nostradamus, Isaac Newton, whatever the heck his name was, Malachi. We've had all these different prophecies, whether they came from beyond, whether they were seen in that person's mind, or whether they got it by doing all these calculations, such as Isaac Newton, taking biblical information, biblical data, writing down, doing a whole bunch of mathematical mumbo jumbo, and coming out with numbers about this is when the end of the world's going to happen. Who knows when the end of the world is really going to happen? But from what I can tell, it's not going to happen tomorrow, unless there's some freak event, some freak worldwide event that's going to happen. I mean, there's how many different ways have people described the Earth ending tomorrow? There's Planet X, aka Nibiru, it coming around in a 3,600-year orbit, coming back around the planet, or coming back around to where we are, and basically causing havoc with gravity and possibly tearing up our entire planet. There is, of course, there's the biblical prophecies. Not going to happen, but of course you can't take that into consideration, only because according to the Bible, you don't know when the end is going to happen. only God knows. Not even Jesus Christ himself knows when the end of the world is actually going to happen. There's the galactic alignment of the Earth, the Sun, and the center of the Milky Way. I've heard people say that it's going to wreak havoc with us gravitationally. There's going to be some weird something happening, where it might stop the Earth from rotating and then literally turning back around, causing crap to happen. And then next is total pole reversal, north to south, south to west, or having the crust of the Earth just go over the mantle. And that would cause absolute pandemonium. That would be catastrophic if something like that happened, especially in a short period of time. But the thing is, there are some scientists that believe it can and will happen. But more often than not, scientists and other people believe that's a bunch of honky, that it's not going to happen. And even if it does, it usually would happen over such a slow amount of time that it's not going to make much difference. That is a pretty low chance that something like that's going to happen. Who knows, So, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of theories that I missed about how the world would and could end. But I'm not exactly a end-of-the-world theorist, because every time I've ever gone out and tried doing research on this sort of thing, I end up just depressing myself. It is depressing, all the ways the world could end. And it doesn't even have to be some Earth disaster either. You could say it could be the end of the world because of nuclear war. It could be of some massive super flu. It's The Stand all over again. That's Stephen King for anyone who didn't get that. Man, there's so many ways we could kill ourselves. The humankind is obviously so self-destructive. We are a warring race against each other. We can't even work together as a human race. So naturally, we could literally be the end of ourselves. That's pretty much all I needed to say. I wish I had gotten more chance to do this maybe a day or two ago, where I would have had more chance to plan more things I wanted to say, but there you go. As it's already December 20th, I'm not gonna go into much more detail than what I've already gone into in this video. So anyway, I will go ahead and talk to you guys later, and hopefully I will see you in the next day, or even two. Bye.